Hi, I'm Tracey from All Walks of Life. I'm going to be doing a podcast tonight from City Theatre, and the production's called Blackridge. I'm going to introduce you to Abby and Hannah. Abby, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Abigail Tyra and I'm playing Spider in Blackridge.
Hello, my name is Hannah Price and I am playing the role of Tyrus in Blackridge.
Brilliant. Would you tell me about what the show's about? Just like a little insight, not too much obviously, but a little insight into it, please.
Well, it's a sequel to Warnock, so our previous play that's based in a youth detention centre. And if any of the listeners have seen Warnock, we follow Sasha through the youth detention centre and we find out some twists. Now, I don't know if Warnock's getting put back on in the future, so I don't really want to reveal the twist. But yeah, we see Sasha's life, and Blackridge is a sequel to Warnock with showing other girls' lives that we've seen in the previous play and focusing on their story now. So, and introducing new people on the way, like Tyrus, and then bringing back characters like my character, Spider, who was a villain in the previous one, and I'd like to say she's more maybe like a villain / anti-hero in this one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, sounds really good. And how are you feeling about yours?
I'm feeling really good about it. I've been off the stage for a year and a half now, so it's really nice to get back on, especially with like some of my best friends, for example. And playing a character like Tyrus, it's insane because she's so different to like the normal kind of person. She stands out. I'd say she stands out the most in amongst the rest of the girls. She's very unique, very unpredictable. I'm just going to say that. I'm not going to say anything more, but she's very unpredictable, and she's so much fun. Like I don't think I've had this much fun with a role probably since like first year of uni, which is brilliant. Like the closest I can compare is if anyone has seen The Ferryman, the young girls in The Ferryman, I can compare her to those. So yeah, it's lots of fun. Yeah.
So how have the rehearsals been? You know, are you all like gelling together?
Oh yeah, so a lot of us are actually either from LMA or, you know, colleges together, and me and Hannah have known each other from uni as well, and we're best friends.
5 years now?
Yeah.
So you
And
got that bond.
Yeah.
And it helps with our characters as well, because our characters are really close friends. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
So we haven't acted together since uni.
Since a year and a half, yeah.
So it's a big.
So we get to like have some scenes together, as well as like my other best friend Shannon.
Yeah.
I haven't actually had scenes with her properly in a play since uni, and that's funny to say because we've been in City Theatre together.
But
So
even
like,
then, your roles have been a bit separate.
yeah, we've been separate.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh, we've been waiting for a while, and now Shannon is playing the villain in this one.
Yeah.
So
So now you're gonna be.
me and her have a few scenes together.
Which is a good contrast, because Shannon normally plays like the cute little happy characters.
Yeah.
So she's stepping out of her comfort zone as well, which is interesting.
And really
Yeah.
going for the challenge with it. But even with like the rest of the cast who we've maybe just met and everything, we've really gelled with them, and we have like a laugh behind the scenes as well.
It's like you've how long have you been with City Theatre?
Year now.
Yeah.
A year.
And you've done 3 shows, is it?
I've done Warnock, Bow and Arrow,
Scouse Genie.
Warnock the Tour, Scouse Genie.
So this is your fifth show?
Blackridge.
Yeah, and this
Yeah.
is my first show with City Theatre. So I came into it obviously knowing Abby and Shannon, and like you guys were saying to me all the time, like, oh, it's fine, like everyone's lovely, and like I knew of people, but I didn't know people. So I walked in on the first day and I was very nervous. I was like, I feel great. I've made so many friends. Honestly, everyone is so nice. I haven't got a bad word to say about anybody there. Like the work ethic that a lot of people put in, it really shows, especially comparing day one to like now. How we've got two rehearsals left until the show, Thursday, Tuesday, and then 2 rehearsals left until the show. So comparing, oh gosh,
We started at the start of January. I think we headed straight in because
yeah, we did.
I remember when me and Shannon were like, Shannon was director and I was like co-director with it. We suggested to Barry, let's do auditions in December.
Yeah.
So when we go straight into January, we can just smash it and go straight.
Get straight ahead, yeah.
And I know that we'd have like, you technically think 3 months. It's not. It's
No.
2 months and a half.
Yeah.
With some of that half being the show.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it's
So it's literally all systems
It's
go,
tight,
really.
yeah, it's tight.
and
it's
there's
tight.
quite a few scenes as well. So
There is, yeah.
to go through.
24 scenes, I think.
So how long was it on for, the actual show?
Well, we timed it properly on Tuesday, so yesterday. I think it came up to about 1 hour 45, not including the interval, which is good. That's the best time we've got at so far. And even then, we were missing some people on Tuesday, so like that's with people reading in for other people's lines, so it could even potentially be a little more condensed than that.
Shorter.
We're just getting the flow back into it properly.
And
I'd say-
transitions.
and transitions and stuff like that, yeah. But
So
it's
is it like any issues, or is it being sort of like plain sailing, or
nothing's ever
It's
plain
not exactly
sailing,
plain
really, is it?
sailing,
It's like there's bumps in the road. There's always bumps in the road.
Yeah.
But that's just stuff that you come back to. It's like we had strong rehearsals, we've had weak rehearsals, but we always come back from those weak rehearsals.
Yeah.
It's like we all sit there at the end and we have this conversation, and people put their 2 pence in, and then you see like you take those notes on, and you come back the next week and you see those notes in play, and it's like you've really listened to what we said last week. Well done, stuff like that. So everyone's showing good initiative with that kind of stuff.
And as a cast as well, as much as Barry's directing it, some of us as well have been pushing and helping Barry in the background to try and like push the rest of the cast.
Yeah, that's nice.
Because we're all a
So-
team at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, and not when I say push, I mean like suggest things to people, or be like, oh, we could work on that together. Let's go to the side and work on that.
Yeah.
To like
That's good,
speed up the process,
Yeah.
especially if you're sitting there. Like sometimes, you know, you've got the time, you're sitting there, you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
You could walk off to the side and go over a scene.
Yeah.
Like that's how.
Exactly.
You
it's
and-
like you're the eyes.
Yeah,
type thing,
literally.
isn't it?
That's like Abby and Shannon pulled themselves away the other day to work on a scene that they thought themselves were struggling with, and I haven't got that many scenes in, so I was helping other people who weren't, maybe their scene partner wasn't there yet, and I said, right, okay, what do you need help with? Okay, let's do that scene. So it's just sort of putting yourself where you needed, really.
Yeah. So it really helps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing really well. So how have the cast adapted? You know, yourselves, the cast adapted to their actual roles.
Really well. Everyone's taken them on board. Like it's cool to see the characters go from just words on a page to actual real life people, and to see the character development and the personalities coming along. We were talking before we started recording about Hannah Edwards and her character Amy. She's come along really well. Hannah's predominantly a dancer, so she's really taken this on board and like pushed herself forward for it.
She's smashing it.
She is smashing it. Everyone is smashing it. Taylor is doing an amazing job as Harlow. So Harlow's got quite a few hardships in this, and you really see that fruition. Like from the start of the play to the end of the play, she's a different person, and Taylor is doing a great job of demonstrating this. But yeah, it's looking really good from the girls. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because my character's been in Warnock originally. Now, when she started, I had 3 scenes for Spider in the first play.
And Spider now is very different to Warnock Spider.
Yeah. So I remember a while back saying to Barry as well, with a character that's deemed as either a psychopath or a sociopath, I think it's cruel to make out this person isn't a person, or there's not things that have made them that way. Because like with sociopaths, they can't help it. It's what they're born with. And sometimes it's hard for them to express emotions or do things a certain way. So like sometimes I hate in the media if someone writes a psychopath, it's just psychopath, like they're crazy, they're this. So obviously in Warnock there was little hints that she was a human, but then we go into Blackridge and like we see
She's a lot more of a human now.
yeah,
Yeah.
we see that human side, and that like she feels, she thinks, like, because I think that's very important to show in a performance.
I just want to preface as well, don't worry if you haven't seen Warnock. It still makes sense, don't worry.
Yeah.
It's like, Blackridge contains a lot of little nods to Warnock. So if you
Yeah,
have, if you
Easter
have
eggs.
seen it,
Like a carry on from.
6 months.
Right.
After.
yeah, 6 months after Warnock, that's how it's set. So yeah, it's just like more little, like, if you have seen it, it's like, this is for you guys. But if you haven't seen it, it's still a great standalone show.
And don't worry, it's not like, you know, when you think of Warnock, you might think, oh, am I going to see the same show? Blackridge is a more deadly and dangerous youth detention centre. So it's like...
Yeah, it is. It's intense.
There's more to come from that.
Yeah.
And it defines itself different to Warnock. Like, Warnock can be a standalone and so can Blackridge, basically.
And they each had their own battles and their own villains, essentially.
Yeah.
So in Warnock it was Mr. Abbott, and in this one it's Miss Hardy.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Is there anything else you'd like to say about anything of the show, and like, you know, how you're getting up, you know, how is it now, you know, is it really progressed now, you know, are you ready for the show to be, you know?
I think we are ready for the show. Do you feel ready?
I think we're ready.
Yeah. I felt ready for a couple of weeks. I felt like this is good to go.
Yeah.
We're just fixing little bits and also actually getting into our costumes, doing those changes so we can time it, make sure everything's...
So how did like the dress rehearsals and you doing the costumes? How was that looking now?
So we're doing costumes every single session now, every single session. And I've got a quick change at the end, and I did it yesterday, and it went perfectly fine. So I don't need to worry about that anymore.
Yeah.
But like that's the hard thing is being able to time our stuff. But the costumes help a lot, don't you think? Like,
yeah. Because I feel like when you wear a costume, it makes you that person.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
every time I've done previous plays, my style always changes towards the character. Like it always happens.
Yeah, it does.
Like I was
We were literally talking
girl.
about this. We were literally talking about this when we were walking up. Yeah.
I was playing a Scouse girl who's like, I don't know if you've ever read Heavy Fantastic.
Yeah.
She's a clubber. She's a clubber.
She's a clubber.
Yeah.
She's like all
And
over.
Abby's not
boyfriend.
a clubber.
No. That like start process of that, I was wearing thigh-high boots, like crop tops or like
Dresses.
like, and
all
like
sorts.
start curling my hair every day, which I don't know if you know, thick hair.
Yeah.
That's a long process.
But now I'd say you're very cottagecore right now. You're so like your outfits now are so relaxed, so chill, flowy dresses, or like long dresses, stuff like that. Polar opposite.
Yeah, I've decided to chill with me morning routines and like relax.
Yeah.
Like I don't always have to throw a outfit. I don't mean it though. Sometimes it just happens.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, the costumes are definitely helping. It's like my last costume change, for example, that me at the end of the show is different to me at the start of the show. And the costume really helps embody that a little bit. So yeah, that's really cool to see. I've got 2 costumes. You've got two costumes. Two costumes, yeah. Most of us have 2.
It's good that you're doing like costumes like when you're doing your rehearsals, because like some like leave it sort of like closer. I think it's good because like you say, the timing.
100%. Like we in uni, we experienced this a lot in uni, of like we wouldn't see the costumes until closer to the time, and we've worked in Farmageddon before, and in Farmageddon, I don't know if anybody else knows this, but you don't put your actual full costume and makeup on until the couple days before the actual night. So you do all rehearsal runs in your normal clothes. So it's like
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
that was.
Yeah, I was there. I was there last year.
not
I
me.
was there last year. Yeah, I was in Contagion. Oh, well, I'm going back again this year.
I absolutely love that stuff.
You went with the whole like group, didn't you? I seen the pictures.
I'll have to show you the picture to me and see if you remember. I'll have to show
I
you
was
the
walking
picture.
through, like saying hello to them all because I know them, because they're all going, I know you, Abby.
Someone shouted Ellie, and she's like, you shouted me.
Oh, that's funny.
Because loads of them are actors.
Yeah.
So like, obviously they go to this and then they're like, it's just a little exciting thing to make money.
Yeah,
sad.
definitely. But yeah, back to the costumes. I noticed something very specific with a good handful of people that are in the show. So when I was saying before about my costume helping me, I think my last costume helps me the most. The first costume's just sort of like, it just helps me push the character a little bit better. But some people were struggling to get into the roles, for example, at the start. So mainly the guards, like Shannon, for example. I think Jamie's really benefited from his costume as well.
Yeah.
Jamie plays the doctor. So he obviously wears a lab coat, stethoscope, everything like that. And having that extra little prop and the coat itself just to like fiddle with or hold on to, or to like have the stethoscope and just hold it, the weight of certain stuff really makes a difference and helps with that character. And Shannon was saying she was struggling quite a bit at the start, and as soon as she bought her suit for Miss Hardy, shoes, everything, her whole posture just changed. And she literally just became Miss Hardy. Yeah.
At first, she wasn't wearing heels, and she's got to be intimidating. And she was like, "I feel stupid. I'm too small." And like she's standing next to me, and I'm taller than Shannon.
Yeah.
So I'm standing looking at her, and she's going, and then she'll look at me and laugh a bit, and I go, "It's okay. You'll have the heels on soon." And then she's got in the heels, and she's more near my height now.
But even then, the heels just give something more to it, because we're like, I don't know if any other ladies listen to this or like will resonate with this, but I think heels make you feel powerful, especially if you're wearing a suit. A suit and heels is like power move, absolute power move. So it really helps with that kind of character. And I've said this since uni, since my very first director I had in uni. I've had this as like a staple. You do your rehearsals in your shoes. If you are going to be wearing 6-inch heels for the play, you wear 6-inch heels every day of the rehearsals. It's like I wear Crocs, so I've been wearing my Crocs for my rehearsals, and it's the bounciness of them. It's different to trainees, it's different to heels. I wouldn't come in a pair of thigh-high boots for my character, because that makes you walk differently, it makes you stand differently, distribute your weight differently. I am a very firm believer that your shoes help your rehearsal process massively. So little tip for any budding actors out there.
Yeah, because all those like girls in the youth detention centre, well, you know, they won't get nice trainers or anything. So all of us girls have been wearing like, you know, the either like
worn down
shoes. Because like with characters like Molly's character Kerry, she's got to be like this chatty character who has to show it with her movement as well. Yeah. And Molly's been smashing it anyway. Even without the trainers, she'd smash it. But that whole enhancement helps.
And I think Sean, for example, Sean is Mr. Steen, so he is the director of Blackridge, like the overall director. He's the big boss essentially. He wears more pointy like dress shoes. So again, even with those, because obviously they've got a bit of length on the end of them, Sam also wears shoes like that as well, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So smart shoes, they will make you walk differently, and obviously they add to the costume. That's like an absolute given. But it's just, again, it all comes back to how you carry yourself on stage. Because if you're meant to be a character who's really strong and stern and harsh like Miss Hardy, but you're walking in a pair of flats, and just there's not that like oomph there, if that makes any sense. But no, that's
a good tip for people.
Definitely. Always recommend.
Good tip for everybody there. Do you want to tell everyone where it's at, where they can get the tickets from?
Okay, so it's at Hope Street Theatre, and we will be performing on the 14th to the 16th of March at 7:30 p.m. And you can go to our Instagram handle, which is City Theatre Pro, and go to the bio, and we will have our ticket link there to Ticket Quarter, isn't it? Ticket Quarter. And it's very simple. You have each day there, which is Thursday to Saturday. So you can pick either day.
And tickets are £10 from Ticket Quarter as well.
So very good prices.
And it's been lovely talking to you guys. And if anyone's listened to this, well, they should be. Come and see this show, because it's one not to be missed. And it's been lovely talking to you guys. No worries. Thank you. Bye.